Hi, everyone. We've got a past retreat guest here on the line that is wishing to stay anonymous, but is generously willing to share her Iboga and WEL-Systems Retreat experience. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You attended an Iboga and WEL-Systems Retreat with me 2 months ago, and I would love to talk about your experience at the retreat with the medicine and what you came away with and how it's been the last couple months since getting home.
Ooh, has it been a couple months already?
I know, I had to check my calendar.
Oh no, I feel like I'm right there most days. Wow, oof, where to start?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. First, big
So,
deep breath, as you've taught us.
yeah.
It was amazing. Really an incredible week with you and the other ladies. I will say I had no idea what Well Systems was. I was more interested in the Iboga. I was really super interested in taking Iboga in a smaller group setting. I had done it one other time in a large group setting. And, of course, the medicine will give you what you need. But I just thought there was something that I needed to get more out of. There was just some lingering things and questions I needed. And so I showed up thinking, okay, just Iboga. But I have to say, the Well Systems combined with the Iboga for me was incredible. And the whole scene there was perfect. It enabled me, and I know other women, their feedback too. It just gave us an opportunity to communicate in an honest way without
Mhm.
being in shame, and to hold each other and without effort. It was just very natural. It was incredible, the what happened. It was magical. It's just mind blowing, to be quite honest. And this Well Systems, how just the communication, the
Mhm.
respect and integrity and the graciousness of spirit that was there was incredible. I went there, I just felt kind of stuck in life. And I went there with certain ideas of things that I wanted to accomplish or get clarification on. I
Mhm.
came back home with complete like, I want creativity. I want this in life. I want more of this. And well, you can have all those ideas, but for me, the medicine always gives me exactly what I needed. And with your help and just speaking with you, the honest reason why I came there totally opened up. So thank you for that.
Yeah. I feel like you were the one that kind of blew it open. Like when I think back, so a big part of Well Systems is, I start off and I present the new paradigm for everybody, the new quantum paradigm to which we can live, where we're being guided by our soul instead of, being the ones trying to figure it all out. So I do this presentation, but then the rest of the time, we're just in conversation with each other and we're taking deep breaths and we're having conversations from our bodies, right? We're speaking our truth. And there was one point where you and I were upstairs and you were telling me some stuff in confidence. And you were like, I have never told this to anybody before. And I knew the story that the other women had. And I didn't know this beforehand. Like, I didn't pick and choose who was going to be there. And like, these people have the most in common. So let me put them in the room too. No, like, it just happened that you all came to this retreat and your stories, while the content was different, the themes were identical. And so you're talking to me upstairs and you're telling me all this stuff. And I was like getting chills as I am right now. And I'm like, oh my God, can you please bring this to the conversation? Like, like I welcome you to speak about this because this is something that everybody else is going to be able to relate to. And then we go downstairs and, I, without saying anything, I put that invitation out to you and you were like, oh no, I don't know. Like you're kind of hesitant. But then once you did start to open up, I mean, that was really where a huge shift happened. That was when everybody was just, I don't know. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like everyone just
Yeah,
really
by giving
connected with
myself
you.
permission to just speak my truth, it allowed everyone else.
Yeah. Oh my God. In a really powerful, powerful way. There was a massive breakthrough that happened in that moment.
And it was so beautiful and so needed. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I just feel the need of that, the love that it just, wow. We were really able to hold space for everyone. And we actually get to see in that moment that everyone is ourselves, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a, it was beautiful. And it stayed uh, through the whole week, learning to
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah. There was a connection that happened in that moment that completely shifted everything where we didn't have to show up with our masks on. We didn't have to be the nice girls and be polite and, you know, appease others and live according to our conditioning. We could really just show up as ourselves. And it changed everything. Like the depth of the connection that came from that, like that'll never be lost. And that was something that I've never experienced before in retreats that I've attended. This is, I think, in my opinion, this is something that I'm able to hold the space for because this is something I want.
It was profound. It really
Mhm.
was. And just
Yeah.
listening, like really listening. I just saw that literally everyone was myself. It was on a level that I I've never, and I've done like a lot of ayahuasca. A lot of different plant medicine. I'm a real conscious explorer,
Yeah.
healing, love plants, love everything about it. This the integration with the women and the medicine together has really helped me a great deal. Being able to speak and to see it happening with eyes open. It wasn't
Yeah.
just okay, I understand what I'm learning here. I'm understanding what I'm letting go in ceremony, but having your eyes open and having the medicine and this way of communicating um, really was very beneficial.
Yeah.
That's like
Absolutely.
give you a chance to really see and understand it in the working world.
And that becomes such a big part of the integration that we then take back home with us, that it shows us what's possible, right? That I can show up and be myself and it's it's accepted. I'm accepted and I'm enough and I'm perfect as I am. I don't need to change to something in someone else. And I can go throughout my life that way as well. It really becomes the integration. And that's why I allow for more time for integration at the retreat because we really are building a new way of being in the world, a new way of living. So we really want to get that down so that we're comfortable and confident in that. So we know what we're bringing back home with us because the world doesn't change and the default's strong. So it's important that we stay connected with that. We have that inside of us.
Well, you definitely do come home with that, even without trying. It's not like, okay, oh, well systems. What the hell is that? I said to myself, really, what is
Yeah.
it? What is it?
Yeah.
I'm just there for the what, I was like, I'm just gonna, I'm showing up here. I was kind of in and out of, I was listening, but you get it without trying. It's there. It just happens. You open the door for
Hmm.
us. It's just a natural, it's just basically going back into being yourself, your natural self.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was so,
Permission because you say
for
so.
a lot of people will go, "Oh, I just want the medicine." Okay, if you just want the come, you're gonna get just enough, but you're gonna get the cherry on top too, even if you don't
Yeah.
want to. I mean, the more you put into it, you'll get out of it. But even me, I wasn't really making that much of an effort, and I was so
Yeah.
weak. You know what I mean? It just
Well, you hadn't slept because of the night before. I can't remember why, but you hadn't slept. So when I was giving the presentation, you were just like trying to keep it together.
I was like, oh my god. Okay. I think I can do this, but I must have put myself in just like a meditative state because it just all came through and what I needed. And
Yeah.
I always believe that, you get what you need and
Yeah. Yeah.
no
Your
matter what.
body gets it, right? The subconscious
Right.
absorbs it. And that's what's important.
But I just want, the two together were absolutely fabulous. Even if, and I know that one participant didn't even have the medicine, and she
Right.
was, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
it was incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
they're just, it was magical. I just don't know what else to tell you. I kept saying, this is absolutely amazing. Like my mouth was just dropped. It was,
The whole time we were all in shock, I think.
yeah. I'm like, all these women in a house, women and me. I don't even like women
Yeah.
particularly. I was like telling my husband before I left, I was like, he's like, aren't you excited? I'm like, excited? Medicine and me is never, just excitement doesn't go in that sentence. And then a bunch of women was also like, well, no, well, we'll see,
Yeah.
And lo and behold, it was like so fantastic. But you really did hold the space for all of us. So that was,
Thank you.
you know, might not have happened
So
without her, for sure.
I'm curious, like, why Iboga for you? Because you've done Iboga before, so why come back? What is it that, it attracts you about this medicine?
Well, the first time I did a boga, I had I've been wanting to do it for a while. I don't have visions. I mean, it was very difficult my first sessions with it. I'm not kidding. I was like, why would anyone take this medicine? I didn't understand it, but the benefits I received from it after was incredible. I was like, okay, I can go through it again because what I got out of it was amazing. So when you did this women's retreat, I was like, okay, it's been a couple years now. My mind is now filled up with gunk again.
Mm,
I just felt like there was something else I needed, and I just saw that opportunity. I didn't have to, jump through all these hoops. It was going to be small. It was going to be women. I was like, okay, this is for me because I have a lot of issues with women. I thought, well, this will help me as well. This will be good for
yeah.
me. I can maybe meet some new people that are on a medicine path or a healing path or self love. And of course, I want to surround myself with more people like this. I thought, okay, let me go into it. And well, it was exactly what I needed. Obviously, I was lying to myself. There's a lot of things I was looking at I didn't want to see. And so that's why I came. And obviously, it was revealed. I don't want to go into my
Mm,
personal story here too much,
yeah.
but it changed everything. I got to see the truth, what was really bothering me,
Hmm.
and it cleared my mind. And that's what I was the first session just cleared my mind. It's so beautiful to have this peace, like a peace of mind. That's all, for lack of better words.
Hmm.
And yeah, just it wore off. I just started getting lackadaisical in the mind. I couldn't control it. I couldn't control my thoughts. Um, so yeah, I jumped in and I got a lot more than I was expecting. That's for sure with you.
And that first ceremony, you had somebody beside you that was really in it, and she threw down. So she was, how do I say this? Like, she was in it, right? She was just like, and you could witness her experience. And so it could have been really distracting, and still you got so much out of that. Still, you had that peace of mind after. But because of that, it was really awesome because you spoke up and you were like, hey, can we like try something different at the next one? And I love that because that's how I operate. I'm not the hierarchy, the one on top that says, this is how it is, this is how we do things, this is how the ceremony is going to be. No, I was like, okay, let's try something different this time. How about everybody goes in their own rooms? And now, we had that group experience. Now we could have these individual experience. So it's like, we're co-creating something together, which I love. I'm not like dominating and telling you how it's going to be because you know what's best for you. And I'm trusting that. Of course, I do get the final say. If something's not safe, I'm going to say like, no, like, let's talk about that. But I love that how it was really collaborative because people had permission to speak up and share their truth.
Yeah, the first night it was like I was
Yeah.
so excited when you said yes. I was like, wow, this was the magical part of it. It was like, yes, it was like, yeah, learning how to live in yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. And but then I was like, oh, I wish I was in the other room.
Yeah.
So
So
crazy.
funny. Grass is always greener.
Experience is a great, yeah, motivator. Yeah. Teacher too. So anyway, yes, that was incredible. But yeah, you held the space very, very well.
Thank you.
I contribute this to your work, Erica.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've done a lot of work.
For your for being. I mean, I know, like I said, I've worked with a lot of different shamans and a lot of different facilitators, and I just your vulnerability and your just who you are, it just allowed all of this healing. And there was a massive revelations and healing on this one week. It was awe-inspiring.
Yeah. And even for me too. So at the end of the retreat, I had found out some information that I wasn't aware of in regards to the chef. And, so I'm running around, I'm doing guided meditations with people and I'm doing, one-on-one coaching and I'm like in it, right? I'm not really focusing on the kitchen so much. That's why I hired someone to take care of that. And I find out at the end, it wasn't being taken care of the way that I had thought, that the guests were the ones that were doing the dishes and people weren't very happy with the food. And so then, I think the day before the final day, you all came and you told this to me and I was just crushed by that because I was like, I worked so hard. I like got everything like perfect, the bow, like the just everything. This is what takes me down. Like, I'm like, what?
This is what takes me
Oh
down.
man,
Really?
I was so crushed. But that was perfect because it was like I held space for all of y'all to do your work. And now, like the last day, it's like, here, Erica, we're giving it all back. And then I got to, do my own stuff and I got my own waves because I'm not perfect and I'm still learning and I'm in it too. And it was perfect. And I am grateful. It was still perfect, everything that happened, because I learned so much and I know now a little bit more about what I want and finding someone that shares my values. And, at the beginning, I might need to be on top of the kitchen and make sure it's running a certain way and just, keep an eye out for that. Or, get someone that I'm more, I don't know what the
Compatible.
word is. Yeah, compatible, just, that I know a little bit better. So yeah,
Well,
it was all
see that
learning.
again. Okay. self-love, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
that was a learning curve for all of us. It was
Yeah.
like, okay, I don't normally speak up on what my
Yeah.
needs, you know, and I did speak up and it wasn't, you know, heard by the chef, right? And no big
Right.
deal because I wasn't there about the food. Again, I'm there for other things, just like you were there, but we all at the end found out that that wasn't really working for a lot of people. But wow,
Yeah.
look at the opportunities that came out of that. Everyone being able to speak their truth, to
Yeah.
communicate their needs, and to say, "Hey, I'm worth having someone support me, to has my back, that that if I'm going to pay them, to
Yeah.
do it correctly with love and respect and whatever your needs are, and that's okay."
And I've got very high standards for the way that I run things and I conduct myself. And I can expect that from the people that I hire as well. And there are people out there that are like me and want to do that too, right?
Right.
So it challenged my belief system of like, there's, there are people out there that want to nurture and nourish and love and give as much love as I go.
Yeah. So that again, that was my magic. I was like, wow. So like most people can look at that, go, okay, that could, put a little dent in the feeling week, right?
Yeah.
Ended up being a major, like lesson and one of the greatest gifts, I thought, So this is what I mean.
Yeah.
Like the whole experience was truly amazing. I cannot
Yeah.
thank you enough for doing this. I think it's wonderful for the world. I don't think they even know what they're missing yet. They will once they
Mm,
experience this with you, Erica. I
thank
cannot
you.
say enough great things about you. You're just absolutely wonderful, just being yourself. Do you know everything? No. Do I know everything? No. This was so beautiful. Just your being allowed us all to share in our one being and to really grow and learn and heal. I can't thank you enough.
Thank you.
It's hard to explain something that was so multidimensional and so grounding at the
Mhm.
same time. I want to do another one. Just saying. When's the next one coming in?
Canada in June.
And I did meet some fabulous women that I think I will know for the rest of my life,
Oh yeah.
just incredible. And I love the calls after where you do the checkup and we all had the
Yeah.
Zoom calls and to see where everyone's at. And again, you can jump on or not jump on.
Yeah.
Everyone's very respectful. No one takes it personal. But it's amazing to see, especially this trip, what happened. I think it's safe to say everyone had a pretty dramatic ending.
Yeah. So I'm curious with that said, how were you leaving differently than how you arrived?
Well, for example, I think I shared with you there was one particular person that, like there was a physical alter, like it was just like the hug. I thought I took it offensive, like, oh wow, there's
Yeah,
something
yeah,
and or I did something, like that. And I was like, no, I don't think that way anymore. It's not
right.
about me, right? Like I
Yeah,
I don't react the same. I'm I am different with my partner. Like there's no blame. I'm just being myself, being responsible for myself, acting responsible for my thoughts and actions. I'm much more calm. My mind is very clear. I'm not living in fear, although I have many reasons to be fearful right now.
Mm.
Going forward, changing my entire life up. But I feel very calm, loved, grounded, and I have you and I have the other girls to call if, something really, I feel like if I need to discuss, that's good. But
Yeah.
just feels good. Kind of like a rebirth, not the mind is calm. It's not telling stories. That's the wonderful thing about Iboga. It gets rid of the bullshit, in your mind.
Mhm.
And I mean, there's a million other things, but that's what's coming up to my, up right now.
And have you been able to stay with your breath and with
Uh,
quantum ELC moving forward?
yes, I take some really deep breaths, like many, many, many times a day. I don't, it's not even, conscious. It's just
Right.
happening. Like, it's self-regulating.
Yeah.
I feel like my body is self-regulating.
That's the thing when, a lot of people come and they want to change a certain habit. But the thing is, our habits are tied to our identities. So if you want to change your habits, you don't try to micromanage your habits. You need to change the identity. So when you do a retreat like this and you evolve who you are, you connect more with your truth and your true self instead of the conditioned self, you become more of your true self. That changes your identity. You are now aligning more with your truth. So your habits are going to change. So you're going to start to breathe more. You're going to start to pause. You're going to slow down. You're going to do these things naturally because you're aligning more with your higher self. And now you can start to create more of or manifest more of what's truly making you happy and peaceful and blissed, right? Like what's really meant for you because you're behaving this way.
Well, just by breathing, it's like really breathing, you're changing your vibrational imprint too.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, I learned how to breathe
Yeah.
without thinking about it. It's not like, oh, I need to breathe now. Oh, I know I need a deep breath because it's happening without me
Yeah.
being in, the thinking mind. I've just noticed that happening a lot more. Deep breathing,
Yeah.
calm. Yes. It's amazing. 7 days is all it took. And it took in my mind, like my body definitely learned that. And I see it on a day-to-day basis.
Do you feel like you're better now able to follow the lead of your divine and your true self?
Yeah, yes, if you don't think, you're not thinking, you are.
Yeah, right. You're just in it. Like we were talking before we started recording, we were talking about driving in the dark, right? Like we can't see more than 10, 20 feet right in front of us. Everything's dark and we don't really know where we're going because any sort of want or desire is just limitation by the personality. And now it's just trusting yourself and trusting your capital S self and everything's dark and yet it's all good because like you said, it's all already done.
It's already, yeah, it is. And so, yeah, I'm not afraid of the dark anymore, Erica.
Wow. That's huge. That was my biggest fear as a child. That's
But see, now I
awesome.
say this now, but I don't know. Maybe in 6 months I might have to get another dose of medicine, I don't know. But that's okay too. Like I'm not overthinking it, but it really is.
Yeah.
It's just I'm every day I wake up, I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. Please, please, like just keep going, just keep going.
Well, it's tricky, being in this world, the matrix, the default is really strong, and we go out there and there's this constant reward for being in your head, and everything is designed to put you up there. Like you watch Netflix for an hour and your thoughts are going crazy, right? Like, so you gotta keep with the integration, keep with the meditation to drop down and reconnect with yourself. And that's up to you. And it sounds to me like you've really been sticking with it. And so, yeah, if you do end up doing Iboga in 6 months, like there's nothing bad about that. Being in the default is really tricky, and asking for help and support is okay. We don't have to shame ourselves for that.
No, no, like, I was just kind of laughing about, but hey, maybe I will. I don't know. I don't,
Yeah.
I'm okay not knowing, but I do know that this feels really good where I'm at. And it felt
Good.
really good letting things go and letting go of shame and letting go
Yeah.
so many, it was just, and learning to breathe properly and to hold space and to, yeah, it's different than just doing the medicine. It was really,
Yeah.
really wonderful having other people there, because usually I'd be like, no way, I don't want other people there. I don't want to talk to other people. I don't want them to be a part of my
Right.
healing, nothing. It was just all about me and the medicine. And this just turned that all on its head. And it was so important. It was like a
Because
missing link. It was a
it
missing.
really it superimposes the shame when it's like, okay, I'm just going to talk to the provider about, this is how it's usually done. I'm going to just talk to the provider about my things. I'm going to keep it secret. Nobody else is going to know. I'm not going to talk to anybody else about what I'm going through. And it you're stuck in your shame. Whereas the way that we're doing it with well systems, where you get into a group conversation and you're safe, so you're able to open up and share and be yourself and tell your truth and share your experiences, you realize that there's nothing to be ashamed of. First of all, it's not your shame that you've been holding, and you can let it go because you can see in the faces of everybody else that like they experience the same things too. And there's no shame in it. And you can finally just surrender that and let it go.
Just hearing other people, I didn't even I realized that, oh my God, I'm dealing with the same thing.
Yeah.
This their stories are mine. I was not even aware of it. It brought it to my awareness.
Yeah.
That's the tricky part. Sometimes you just you can't dig far enough down because you don't know what you're really looking for. But when by putting yourself with other people and you can bounce it off and have a mirror, oh, you can see in the dark. You know,
Mhm.
you don't know until you know. Sometimes you just don't you'll never know unless someone points it out to you. That's what was so amazing about this well system, speaking and, observing and
Yeah.
understanding. That's
Right.
nothing, oh my God, what's this all about? I'm just want the medicine. Trust me, I was there just for the medicine, but I got so much out of both. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so stubborn, really. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I'm so happy you let me in. Like,
You held on. You were really holding on. Oh man. Oh, we forgot about, I mean, if you want to share the dream.
oh, with my mom.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was insane.
So I happened to be, Val, what you've been saying is like, I was just always there at the right time. So I just happened to be in the living room just outside because I just wasn't called to go to bed yet. Like, I don't know why. I was just staying up. I was texting someone, I think, like, I don't know. It wasn't
all
time
I
for me to
know
go
is
to
that
bed.
you were with everyone. I don't know when you actually slept because I was
But the
like,
thing is, I was sleeping.
I
I
mean,
was
you were
sleeping.
literally with
And
one woman like 5 hours straight, I think, just like, but every day, like multiple times a day. And then you're with, I was like, what? Like, does she, it was like, I don't know, you're always there all the time for everyone. I was like, okay. wow, and I've been a provider before, and I was like, damn, I was like, this is like this girl's like 24/7. I like,
But I was sleeping. It was just, I don't know, we were all connected and I knew, I didn't like consciously know, but I knew intuitively where to be at the right time. So that night I was just in the living room and then I hear you in your room and I was like, I don't know if she's like
I'm literally
sleeping and
hyperventilating. I
yeah.
was hyperventilating. I was so emotional. I had a dream. I don't know if it was a dream. I don't think it was really a dream. I was up with the medicine. I wasn't able to sleep again. And anyway, I thought it was real. I thought, like, I don't know what dimension it was. Honestly, I can't explain it, but my mother shows up to me, and she's just passed away a few years ago, and it's been very traumatic, for various different reasons in our family. And she shows up, and I am losing it. I mean, I'm so emotional. I can't even breathe. Like, I think I'm gonna like hyperventilate. I can't, you know, get my breath to work. And I
Mhm.
like have to go to the bathroom at the same time. So I am like going through the most emotional thing I think I've ever experienced in my life. I can't breathe. The house is rocking because it's so windy. I'm on the toilet trying to lose weight. I'm having an emotional meltdown. And there, of course, you're standing there. And I'm just like, of course you're up at midnight or whatever. Every time I turned a corner, you were there. Every time I needed you, you were there. But so you were there for everyone. And I was like, wow, this is incredible. It's like she's like this multi-dimensional being. She's just like shows up everywhere. Everywhere, all the time.
And it was amazing because up until that point, you were like a rock. You were stone. Like I could not pierce that. And then it was that dream. And that's part of the magic of like, I couldn't have done that. You couldn't have done that. Like it was just spirit or the universe, or it all was so perfect.
It said
But
enough. And I had an emotional release like no tomorrow.
yeah,
And, I know that we're never upset for the reason we think. So, like, even though it was my mother, it gave me an opportunity. And you were right there with me, helping me breathe, letting go. And we just laughed about it. And I slept like a baby. But that was a major life experience. I tell you, that emotional release. And then that set the tempo for the rest of the week for me in particular, and for
yeah,
all my relationships, to be quite honest. And usually that would embarrass me. I should know more. I've been doing
yeah,
this, that a little bit, obviously ego, right? And
yeah,
boy, that I'm okay today to say I know nothing. I'm okay with that. It was just because it's just everything happened at the perfect time. Everything, it was just amazing.
yeah.
It was one of the most amazing things I've ever experienced in my life. I didn't
Oh,
want to make anything about it. I didn't want anything to do with it. And it ended up being the best medicine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I did not want to leave. Like that was bliss. I could have stayed there forever. That was the best. I want to
And it
do
was
that
the
all the
first house.
time.
I'm going to tell people the house was swaying. Okay. Like you
It
were
was
going
on
to the
stilts.
bathroom, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to die trying to use the bathroom. That's what I thought. I mean, we had so much to complain about, but it was awesome. It was like everything is awesome.
Well, the metaphor, right? The metaphor of the house was on stilts. How many of us were on stilts, right? Where
Yes.
we just didn't have that grounding, that foundation, the earth beneath us. Like
Oh, you
it
did.
was
You're
all,
like, oh, is the house shaking? And we're all
I didn't
like,
even feel it.
blue. And you're like, oh, is it?
I didn't even feel it. I know. God.
And then again, nobody wanted to leave either, because it was
Yeah.
just, it was a container. It was just this wonderful
Yeah.
container that
Well,
we
when
all.
we did leave, we went to the supermarket and we were like, get me back home to my house on stilts.
I want to go back to the swinging house.
Yeah. Because it was terrifying. Like, Yeah, just yeah. The zombies, right? It was so funny to see the contrast, but it was also like, all right, we don't look anybody in the eyes and let's go back home.
Right? And since our chef bolted, let's make our own dinner.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
But even that was wonderful. It was, yeah, yeah. I tell you, nothing disturbs me much these days at all. It's just, it's all mind anyway. But I can't
Yeah.
thank you enough. And I'm not, it's just, it's you. You brought it out in people. There was a lot of healing, a lot of letting go, a lot of lives were changed that week. I really highly suggest people run, run. Don't walk, book it. Run to what you're afraid of. Right. I was afraid of everything and I ran to what I was afraid of, and I'm so glad I did.
Yeah. And that's the greatest thing that I find with well systems and quantum TLC is because we learn how to be in the body, we learn how to breathe. We literally can run towards the calling and the things that scare us the most. And we just breathe. And then the body processes, the body moves the energy and the information and recalibrates itself and naturally, effortlessly brings itself into wholeness. And all you have to do is go and live your life and have fun and enjoy yourself. And it's awesome. It's so simple, but it's
It-
that we never learned it. And that's why like what I'm doing is I'm educating on the new paradigm and I'm teaching people and I'm helping them to learn a new way of being so that you don't keep, you go home after the ceremony, you get the high, but then you go back to your life and your old way of being because you don't know another way. And that's why it's so important to me that people know another way.
Even if you think you know the way, the,
Yeah.
you, oh, I know. I studied non-duality and Advaita and Indi, but it just helped. It just helped being able to speak. I know silence is the truth, and then we get into our meditation and our ways, and we think that's the perfect way. And then I'm not open to other things. And boy, you opened up a lot for me. A lot.
Thank you.
A
So
lot.
what would you say to someone that is doubting and questioning and, isn't certain about Iboga? A lot of people, they read things online and they're afraid of the medicine. They don't understand well systems. They think it's group therapy. There's a lot of misunderstanding. And what would you say to
Oh
someone
no,
like,
group therapy.
cause
I'm like, oh God, I hope not. I was like just remembering some of the things I was saying out loud in front of the other people, but I'm
yeah.
like, don't listen to me.
Because
No
I
kidding.
get a lot of messages from people where, I can tell like they have the call, but people make excuses and they hide and the mind gets activated and comes in and it blocks them. So what would you say to these people that they're feeling called to and pulled, but they're resisting and holding back
Oh
and they want to understand when they don't understand?
yeah. Run to what you fear the most is what I have to say. If you don't know what's going on, you know there's something off, but you don't know what it is, and you don't know if you should do like so I would highly suggest it. Give yourself an opportunity. You just show up. That's all you have to do. Just show up. You can say yes to what you want to. You can say no to what you don't want. Just say yes and a simple no. Everything will flow. Everyone is very respectful. Your needs will be met. You're not, it's not like everything is going to be a-okay. It's going to be a lot better than you think. Just get out of your head. Just show up for
Mm.
yourself. If you don't know what to do, just show up. It will open, the road will open up, the path will open up. It's going to be okay.
I love that. That was perfect. Thank you so
It was amazing for me. I'm so happy. And I was against
much.
the whole thing. I'm like, women, like women, what the hell is this well system shit? I want the medicine, oh, small retreat with people in a house. Oh my, I mean, everything wanted me. I just wanted to scream
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
But
But you're really good at listening to your intuition. What's been guiding you.
well, that's it. I was like, okay, regardless of, even my husband was like, okay, just don't overthink it. Just get there. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
okay. And he's like, oh, you're gonna have such a great time. I'm looking at him like, what planet are you? What house? Are you kidding me? Best thing I've ever done.
Aw. Wow. Thank you. That is an amazing compliment. Thank you so much. And
Well,
I'm so grateful that you came. Like when you reached out to me, I was like over the moon, like so happy because we did had a really great connection when we first met. And so when you popped up again, I was just like overjoyed. And oh my God,
when
I'm
I
so
saw that you
grateful.
were offering this, I was over the moon. I was like, oh, this is so brilliant. I saw some other women gatherings, but they were in Mexico, and I didn't see it fast enough really to prepare my life, buy tickets and whatnot.
Mm.
And when I saw this, and you said it was really, really tight, I was like, oh my God, I hope this girl likes me. I want to go. I was like, note to self. Make sure you're really respectful to people. You never know. Anyway, my gosh, I'm so happy you had room,
Oh
truly.
yeah. I would
And
have
again,
made room for
it
you.
goes back to, some people couldn't take the medicine because there was a conflict with, you
Yeah.
know, things that they had in their diet. And I honestly think they got as much, if not more.
She got a lot. I mean, I think everybody got a ton. I don't know if there's like more or less. Yeah, everybody got so much. But yeah,
Right.
it really goes to that, like she was saying, we're all connected. So she felt like she was on the medicine, even though she didn't take any. Plus, we're doing well systems, we're connecting with our body, we're breathing, we're speaking our truth. Like that in itself is so powerful. I mean, when I do well systems um, intensives with my teacher, we don't have medicine, we don't have a Iboga, right? It's just the well systems for the week. So I know the power of just that. So the combination of the two, and why I love Iboga is because it does help when somebody is really stuck in their head. It really helps to drop them down and go into that subconscious stuff that's just been locked down for so long. That was my story. Why I found Iboga was I was just locked into the cage of my own mind, the cage of thought. So Iboga really just helped me to drop down into my body. So it's there for people that can benefit from that tool, but it's not necessary, when you've got the right provider, the right person holding space and knows how to facilitate the conversation and how to hold space for people to show up authentically. Like that's really where the magic happens. So,
And you
yeah,
don't see it happen. It's like it's happening without anyone doing anything.
yeah,
It's not like a class environment, is what I'm saying. It's not like, oh, you're going to go there and it's like, okay, 12 o'clock, bring your pen and pencils and we're
right.
going to have this teaching. It's just to happen. It's just flowing. You're just learning as you're not, it's a happening. It's not like a lesson per se. Am I making sense?
Yeah, yeah. It's not like school where I'm like, all right, kids, get up, 9 a.m., time for class. Like, no, like some people are taking notes because that's like how we learn in our Western culture is we take notes, but you don't have to. Like, you just got to be present and breathe and relax. If you want to close your eyes, close your eyes. Like, it's just like you said, like show up. That's it.
Right? Show up for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, what a concept.
Yeah. I
Show up
love
for
talking
yourself.
about this. It's bringing me back there now, and it's like, it was so
It is amazing. It is amazing.
good.
I just remember walking around going, "This is the most amazing, magical." I would have a thought, it would transpire. It was just speaking about being in the flow.
Yeah,
It was even the crap was great. It just shows you
yeah,
it shows you how you can live. It really does.
yeah.
There's another
And I
choice
mean,
out there, another way.
that's that's a testament to when you are fully embodied and you are your soul and your soul is looking through your body's eyeballs. So you are your soul, you are God. And when you are God, you don't judge anything as good or bad. Like everything is beautiful, everything is working for you, everything is perfect. And you just laugh at everything and you're like, oh, interesting. What's the intelligence of this? How is this working for me? Like everything is just curious. Like, why have I manifested this? Like, what is this telling me about me? It's just a constant like state of innocence and curiosity and it's a different way of being and we really can be in that state of mind. And that's what we learned that week and that's how we can live our lives now.
Hallelujah. Amen, sister.
Oh my goodness. Well, is there anything else that you want to share? Thank you so much for doing this. This is huge. I really appreciate this.
Oh, gosh, I just hope it's helpful I just want you to understand how happy and grateful I am to have met you. I got to work with you twice in my life. I really feel so much great gratitude for that. Just amazing. You really sparked my love for this work and to get my BUTT into back into the healing modalities and just by being you and your essence. I think the world, once they discover you, they're just gonna love you. I
Oh,
just can't wait to
oh.
share this with many people and women, especially. I'm sure with men too, but my experience was just with the women's group. But wow, 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 wow. I still think we should have our 2-year family reunion.
Well, I think we're due for another integration call, so I'll definitely set that up with everybody.
That sounds great. Well, thank you
Yeah,
it was wonderful to catch up with you today. Uh,
yeah.
really, and I look forward to continuing that. And I hope this was some help for you today. And I hope, yeah, I just wish the best for everyone.
Thank you.